It's hard to get sick of that.
Greetings, boils and ghouls. So Kalash month is over, and now it's time to talk about how the M90 performed all month. As you can see, we made a couple upgrades here. It's got the TDI handguard now. Threw on a SLX optic, the same one that I reviewed it with. Circle 10 stock TDI grip. That's pretty much it so far. Check, we are clear. We are clear, so let's put the empty mag back in and continue on here. So, we're going to talk about this guy at Kalashbash today.
What's up, buddy? You shooting today? He's shooting buckshot.
Performed absolutely flawlessly, did not have one jam through the whole weekend, and really couldn't say anything better, man. I mean, it is a weighty rifle, but it did well. It did well. I didn't get to zero it, like I said before Kalashbash, as much as I wanted. Couldn't get it zeroed for the range that I really needed, so, you know, I just dealt with it. It happens. I literally just didn't have enough ammo that month. Anyhow, so first stage, we went through, it was a jungle run, and that guy, you know, you're walking along the top of a ravine, and there's targets on each side, and there's targets down below.
What? I don't think the boss will let me bring a Keltec into the shop.
So this guy performed absolutely flawlessly. It was its first real run in a competition, I think. Yeah, first run in a competition. Did great, did great. The longest shots on that one, I think, were probably about maybe 20 yards, 25 yards or something like that. At the end of the jungle run, you did have some steel targets. I did end up, I think I timed out on that one. They were just slightly out of my my zeroing range, so yeah. I got one, and I think there was two, and literally I was just zeroing in on it, and I think I got maybe one shot off, saw where the bullet went and the time hit. So, you know, first stage overall, whatever, you know, not bad, not bad. So second one was the Be Kind Rewind stage, and that's basically had to grab a videotape and, you know, you throw it down in your pocket or carry it however you want to do it, and you have to go through the stage with the tape. And, you know, you start out with, you know, some targets, and then they had a transition over, and they actually had you firing from on the right hand side, so it gave, you know, all the right-handers a severe disability there. You actually either had to switch or you had to just walk it.
Ready? Sticking Dremel to mine. I meant to high energy mainspring and throw that in, but
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, we are on safe.
Shooter, are you ready?
I am ready. Oh.
yeah, that one, a lot of fun. You could just see me walking along there and, you know, going through it. Ended up dropping the camera at the end, you know, and it happens, but, you know, it wasn't that secure. I literally just stuffed it in my pocket and went. Third stage had to do, really hated that stage, man. Yeah, you basically had to fire a couple longer range targets.
Oh, come on.
Then turn around, complete 180, and engage targets all down a row. And then you had to go back 180 degrees again, engage targets. And it was just very unfamiliar competition-wise, and you know, at the time I had not been exactly seasoned into competition very well, so yeah, I didn't do so hot at that guy. I just didn't get it. I just didn't get it. Like I said, wasn't exactly seasoned in competitions and could have zeroed better. All my mistake. All my mistake, and I take responsibility for it. Fourth stage we had to do. Really good stage, man. It was a couple, was it 25-yard shots, I want to say, either side, and you had to get 1-1 and then 1-1.
Hit!
And then you had to take a sprint up the center and just start getting those targets, man.
Hit!
And then they had a nice little, I guess you would say like a lateral kind of shoot house sort of situation, optical course situation going on. You know, I get up and take a full sprint, and yeah, magazines went flying. So when I had to reload, yeah, my mistake completely, my mistake. And these are the things you learn, man. These are the things you learn, for real. So total bungle on that one, but I was having a lot of fun during that stage before I had to reload, tell you that much. You know, I could have gone back and grabbed a mag, but the time was already done, you know, and I was already at my last 2 targets, I think. So I'd made it all the way through the stage, basically, and it's like, dude, an extra 15 seconds or whatever for me having to run back and grab a mag and then run back and fire those extra 2 seconds. And last stage, you had it was another jungle run, actually. This one was super cool. You had targets all over the place, and yeah, you can see here John couldn't even keep up because I took the fuck off. I literally engaged my forward targets and, you know, made a couple adjustment movements to engage a couple targets, and then I just took the fuck off, firing while I was running. And it was a fun one, man. It was a fun one.
All right, that's all she wrote for Kalashbash. Me and John are overheating. Gotta pack this shit up, go fire some machine guns and get some hot dogs. Fucking dying. Whew. We just got back from Kalashbash. We are at the motel. I'm taking my fucking old man wrap off. And yeah, it was a good day. I don't know what to tell you about it because I'm still so fucking tired. It was humid. Both me and my cameraman John started getting a little bit of heat stroke for real. I mean, I was starting to cough out a little bit at some points. I don't know. We were drinking water too. It was just around lunchtime. It got real humid. But overall, great match, great match. I'm, you know, being Mr. New Guy, I fucked up again, but really all it was that I dropped some mags on a stage. Happens. I wasn't using my good mag holsters. So, lesson learned, man. Always use the G codes. I literally, right after that, I was still standing on stage, just watching and spectating the other shooters. And I popped my belt off and put my other belt on with my G codes. And I'm like, nobody saw anything.
Overall, the rifle performed absolutely flawlessly through the whole thing, as I keep saying. And I really can't complain about any of its operation. I didn't have one jam, one failure to feed, none of those double feeds, none of those failure to ejects I had during the little break-in period. All the magazines performed flawlessly, even the ones I was actually a little nervous about because I didn't have as much break-in time on them as I really wanted.
Let's run it.
I wasn't able to get as much done this month as I really would have hoped, honestly. And truth be told, life gets in the way sometimes, guys. Life keeps happening. So we're gonna get back to it here. Yeah, as far as a review goes, competition-wise, it's a heavy rifle, man. It's a heavy rifle. So swinging this guy around, doing your transitions, you know, you do have to put in a little exercise. You definitely have to put in a little exercise. Do not underestimate this thing. I think we're gonna have this guy cut down. This JMac muzzle brake, totally perfect. Really held stable. Really could not complain about that. And I'm trying to think, yeah, we didn't have any other mods other than the JMac brake on it. Now with the TDI handguard on there and the Circle 10 stuff, I have to admit, it's actually even heavier now. But it is now a laser. The entire competition for Kalashbash, I did run this on gas setting 2. I didn't want to have any problems cycling, so, you know, I did go through and play with gas setting 1, 2, and 3 after that review. Gas setting 1's nice and all, but I really wanted to make sure we didn't have any feeding problems, so I ran it on gas setting 2. And plus the amount of dirt at Kalashbash, I mean, it's there. Other than that, made some good friends, got to see some great looking rifles, man. Absolutely fantastically beautiful rifles. Got to see some beautifully shooting rifles as well. Met a couple cool people. Shout out to John Oakland, Big John from Dissident Arms. Definitely a cool guy. I've now shot a couple matches with him, and yeah, he's a stand-up gentleman. So head to Dissident Arms if you need anything, man. Head to Dissident Arms. I mean, obviously they are the #1 for Galils. They are the #1 for Segas. At this moment, I think they're probably the #1 for Vityaz KP9s. There's a lot of specific AK guys out there, a lot of specific AK modifiers, but I'd say Dissident's definitely at the top. I don't know all of them, so I can't tell you all of them, but, you know, as far as Galils go, not too many people are doing the kind of work they're doing. You know, as far as the KP9s and the Segas go, not too many people are doing the type of work they're doing, so definitely support them. They're good people, absolutely fantastic people. Really, the only thing I could have done, safety, at the time I didn't have it adjusted. Should have adjusted it because out of the box this guy is a little bit of a you know, it's a little tight. It's a little tight. You can see it's clearly adjusted now, but at the time I had not loosened it up yet, so you can actually see me hang up on Be Kind Rewind. And the Zastava optics mount was absolutely fantastic through the whole thing. Really had no difference in operation from using an RS Regulate or a master mount. You know, it was pretty much like using the same, you know, it's a comparable product. It is a comparable product, I will say that. Other than that, what is next for this guy? It is definitely getting an ALG. That should be obvious enough. Definitely needs a Krebs. Could really use a Krebs. Gonna get the pin and weld. Definitely gonna have to happen because, yeah, this guy, it's heavy. Could use a little bit chopped off of it. I don't know how that's going to affect the adjustable gas system, but we'll talk to Dissonance about that when it goes in. But first, the Goblin going in, because I'd like to use that in a little more competition, but I want to honestly get it set up how I'd like it first, because there's a couple things really that I'd like to change about it. Number one, rock and lock. I think that guy's probably going to get cut down. It's going to get an ALG. It's going to get a little bit of work. It's going to get a little bit of work. It's going to be gone for a couple months. Maybe take it out shooting before we go. Just, you know, have a little fun with it before we don't see it for a couple months. So I actually ran this guy after Kalashbash with just iron sights for some reason, and I think we already did an episode on that, you know, and, you know, it went about as well. So, whatever, it doesn't matter. I had a blast, man. I had a blast, you know. Tony and Clay were great through the whole weekend. You know, guys from M13, the guys from, you know, Dead Air, you know, Primary Arms guys. Always love seeing those guys. Had met a lot of them the first time that weekend too, so, you know, it was nice. It was nice meeting them and, you know, subsequently seeing them at, you know, everywhere in the country, basically. As far as this guy goes, as far as Kalashbash goes, I think that's all I got for you. You guys stay safe, shoot fast, my boils, my ghouls, and my zools.